Can't escape the magic. By Freedom and Disorder. Chapter 25. Once they left the palace, Sinbad let Ali Baba trail behind him as they went to the Fog Troop's hideout. Sinbad allowed Ali Baba the quiet moment alone with his thoughts. He knew the young prince must be overwhelmed with emotions over what his brother was choosing to do with his country. Sinbad walked confidently down the hallway. Jafar dropped from the ceiling above him. He fell in step with Sinbad. "My king, what's the situation?" "Diplomacy has failed," Sinbad informed his vizier quietly. "Bobad will not be saved." "The king has refused on negotiations." "I was never able to offer any. Ali Baba offered sanctions and Ahmad refused. It became so volatile that I had to escort Ali Baba out of there for his own safety." "The ambassadors will be here in 2 days, but the political situation is becoming dire. What should we do?" the grey-eyed man asked. Sinbad looked out a dirty window nearby into the alley beneath. A small group of street children were crowded around a rubbish bin digging for foodstuffs. "We should hurry and get the children out of Balbad. Have Musro escort them to Sindria. You and I will have to stay behind and try to salvage what we can." "All right. Is there anything else?" "Judal is here." "What?" Jafar screeched suddenly, halting in the middle of the hall. His face drained into a ghastly shade of grey. "How did he get here? Why is he here?" "Apparently Ko is involved with Balbad's descent. That's why Judal is here. He thrives on human suffering. Can you imagine he'd be anywhere else but the collapsing country?" Jafar let out a long-suffering sigh. "I suppose not. But he can't know about Sinner, can he?" "No, he doesn't. If he did, he'd already be here trying to kill or kidnap him. Or Judal would have taunted me in the Balbad courtroom to try to embarrass me or something." "So we have to smuggle the boys out as fast as possible?" "Yes, and not just Sinner and Noct. All of the children. Aladdin, Morgiana, and Ali Baba too. You think you can manage that?" "It won't be easy, Sin. Getting Sinner and Noct out of here will be simple enough, but getting a Magi and a Funalies to go anywhere they don't want to go isn't something I pretend to be capable of." "And leaving them in a co-controlled Balbad is not acceptable." Sinbad stared resolutely ahead. "It might be better if we leave the prince behind. Taking him to Sindria might incite some political unrest." "If he's left behind, Ko will see him executed. He's already shown to be capable of stirring public unrest." Sinbad frowned, heavily upset at the situation. "That's the problem with being the people's champion. When the people lose, it's your head they'll take." "We should shelter him in Sindria." Jafar rolled his eyes. "You really need to stop picking up strays." "I've taken in unwanted princes before. Besides, if Balbad rises in revolution someday, it would be convenient to have a future king of Balbad who feels a measure of loyalty to Sindria and who isn't an idiot. I can accomplish both things by taking Ali Baba with us." "As you say, I can't argue that having Balbad as an ally isn't enticing." "I know, and letting Sinner have a decent example to learn from as a prince would be helpful." "Shah Khan would weep if heard that he's not a decent example of a prince." "He spent more time in the red light district than I do." "You're not wrong. Not exactly a good role model." "No, we should probably rein him in. I don't want Sinner picking up bad habits." Jafar snorted. "If anyone teaches him bad habits, it's going to be you." Sinbad huffed. "Well, I suppose the royal nanny should have let that happen then." "Royal nanny?" Sinbad dusted a sly smirk over his shoulder. Jafar blanched. "Oh, no, not me. No, cleaning up after your messes is working off." "But you did so well when you watched over Pepe Riku back in the day." Sinbad laughed. "No way, Sinbad. I will actually kill you. Find someone else. I'll tutor him in language and diplomacy. But you should hire someone else to raise your son." Sinbad's laughter stopped as he sobered. "I'm not going to pay someone to raise my son. I'm going to raise my son." "Most kings don't involve themselves so heavily with their future successors. King Rashid didn't." "And look how well that turned out."